Illegal. Stop. God put me here. God wanted me to lead the people. God knew that I wouldn't take no mess. He knew that I would stand strong in the fire for you.
Y'all all say Martin Luther King had a dream, but guess what? I am the dream. So now I need you guys to stand with me.
So, you guys doing a lot of snitching. I got smoked 4 cam hops. I got smoked turkey.
We're kicking off a brand new series here on the Soldiers of Finance channel. It's called Bag Fumblers. And who better to launch it with than the queen of fumbling the bag herself, Tiffany Henyard. Let's just keep it real. Tiffany is trash, and her boyfriend Kamal Woods? Also trash. The way they tried to dodge paying rent says it all. We're talking about a household pulling in nearly $400,000 a year. Kamal making over $100,000, and Tiffany raking in $300,000. Yet they still tried to stiff someone on rent? That's wild.
Mayor Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, are together pulling down well over $300,000 from taxpayers, according to public payroll records. But they haven't paid their rent since August. And now their landlord says she's had enough.
Initially, I didn't want to go on camera. But right now, I feel like I'm at wit's end. I have nowhere else to turn.
No. Janetta Hull says she considered Tiffany Henyard a friend and even did campaign work for the Dalton mayor and Thornton Township supervisor. But things changed in 2021 when she was about to rent out this 3-bedroom, 2-bath home she owns in Dalton to a family and got a late-night call from the mayor.
And she's like, hey, this is Mayor Henyard. And I'm like, hi. And then she's like, I heard that you were renting your house. And I said, yeah. And I said, I have somebody that's moving in soon. And she says, no, they can't move in because I want it. And I'm like, excuse me?
Feeling pressured, Hull says she agreed to rent the house to Henyard and her boyfriend, Kamal Woods, who holds a 6-figure job at the township. Henyard signed the original lease, and on the line asking about her job.
You see here, she only put mayor for employment.
Henyard makes nearly $300,000 as mayor and township supervisor, but is the focus of an ongoing FBI investigation for extravagant spending, questionable contracts, and using tax dollars for personal gain. Hull says things started to unravel this summer when she was forced to raise the rent by $200 to $2,400 a month because her property taxes went up again.
So with that, I had to equate that into the rent. And Kamal said that he couldn't afford it.
She says Henyard and Woods refused to pay the extra rent in August, then stopped paying altogether. Did they pay for September?
No.
Did they pay for October?
No.
That's why you're trying to get them removed?
Yes.
Hull says not only are the couple thousands of dollars behind in rent, but they also changed the locks and garage door code, so she can't get inside.
If I push and go over there with the locksmith and try to change them back, I think that she's going to probably have me arrested.
So Hull went to court and filed an eviction lawsuit against Henyard and Woods. But Cook County sheriffs have tried and failed to serve that suit, both at the home and Village Hall. Now Hull is paying a process server to track one of them down. What position does this put you in?
A very hard position. I'm between a rock and a hard place. I haven't worked in several months, and I am fearful that I may lose the house.
She says Henyard blocked her months ago, but with all the controversy surrounding Henyard's spending of tax dollars, she wants to send the mayor a message.
At some point, you would have to understand that karma is going to catch up to you.
So let's talk about Tiffany Henyard. She was making $300,000 a year, and despite that, she ended up bouncing between living over a car wash and staying at her mother's place. That's a massive fall from grace for someone bringing in that kind of money. And the crazy part? She was renting, not owning a home, renting. Then when her landlord tried to raise the rent by $200, from $2,200 to $2,400 to cover rising taxes, she pushed back. You'd think someone in public office would understand how taxes work. Let's break this down. After federal income tax, Medicare, and Illinois state tax, Tiffany was bringing home around $379 a week. That's what she had to work with. And somehow she couldn't cover basic rent? At that point, it's pretty obvious she wasn't investing her money either. If you don't care enough to secure a stable place to live, chances are you're not thinking long-term or putting anything away. Now let's imagine she handled things differently. What if she took just 10% of her after-tax income, about $370 per week, and invested it? That's $1,480 a month. If she had put that money into an S&P 500 index fund through a tax-protected account like a 403b or IRA, and kept it going for 4 years, she would have had about $83,837 saved up. And if she managed to keep doing that for 12 years, that number jumps to over $361,000. And that's just at a 9% return, which is conservative considering how the markets performed in recent years. This was all doable. As mayor, a lot of her expenses could have been reduced. Meals at events, vehicle allowance, even her wardrobe didn't need to be what it was. She had every opportunity to save and build wealth, but chose not to. Instead, she spent recklessly, and from what we've seen, that same behavior extended to how she handled the city's money too. Now she's in a position where it's unlikely she'll ever make that kind of money again. Her reputation is out there. No serious organization is going to risk bringing her into their space after all the headlines and allegations. And if federal charges ever come down, again, nothing has been filed yet. Everything is still alleged. She could end up spending a good portion of her future just dealing with legal problems or worse. At the end of the day, this was a situation that didn't have to go this way. With smarter decisions, she could have set herself up for life. Instead, she blew it.